Salve a tutti ragazzi, benvenuti in questo nuovo episodio di Like a Dragon Infinite Wet. Vabbè, nello scorso episodio abbiamo concluso il capitolo 4, quindi in questo episodio iniziamo il capitolo 5, Menti Sospettose. Vabbè, chiamerò così questo episodio, va. Menti Sospettose.
Huh. Pretty cool how we ended up here after going through a dump like District 5.
How can you be so chill? We nearly got chopped up by the Barracuda's boss with next to nothing to show for it. Only one who got any business done was me.
Yeah, but ain't that worth it? A win for you's a win for the team. Speaking of, our team just grew by 1.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, you got a funny definition of teamwork.
Oh, is that how it's gonna be? I helped you in the end, didn't I?
Yeah, and because of that, we're still breathing. You did us a solid there.
My pleasure. It's nice to meet someone so open-minded. I'd say Tommy here has his work cut out for him.
Damn it, Ichiban. You'll pal around with just about anyone, won't you?
She did risk her life to save ours, even if it didn't start out that way. Besides, we want to find Akane-san. We'll need all the help we can get.
Sounds like you're in my corner then. Sure you won't ditch me the moment you find her?
I should hope not. Personally, I don't mind a loose cannon, as long as they're on my side.
I suppose I should take that as a compliment.
Ah, fine. I guess if anyone's guilty of anything, it's me. I even held a gun at Ichiban at one point.
See? Even backstabbers like us can come around.
Yeah, that said, it still doesn't mean I have to trust you. Or like you.
Why not? I like you, Tommy.
Yeah, sure. You gotta be hiding something. And I'm gonna find out what. I can smell a secret from a mile away.
Oh, come on. The girl's gotta have at least one good secret. Or two. Here, why don't we just start over?
Ok. Giuro in giurella.
Okay. But I'll be watching. One slip up, and it's over.
Watch me all you want. With looks like mine, I'm used to it.
Ooh, she got you good. How you like that burn, Tommy?
Yeah, screw you.
Guess that settles it. Chichan, you're one of the gang.
Good to have you.
Good to be here. Don't tell me I'm supposed to make a speech now. The name's Chitose Fujinomiya. There.
Ok, nuovo membro di squadra.
Kasuga-san.
Voglio dirmi scusa per l'altra volta. Ah, c'ha... È
Thanks.
del denaro. Oh wow, me ne ero quasi scordato, grazie Fichan. No, non è nulla per cui da ringraziarmi, francamente sei troppo gentile Ichiban. Ok, abbiamo soddisfatto tutti i nostri obiettivi, sarebbe bene pensare a un nuovo piano. Giusto. Che ne dite di passare tutte le informazioni in nostro possesso? Certo, ma anziché restare qui perché non ci spostiamo in un posto più appalato? Sembra un'ottima idea. Che ne dite del loro revolver? Visto, dobbiamo rilassarci e chiacchierare senza doverci preoccupare di orecchie indiscrete. Sì, revolver. Sì, è un bar a Little Japan. Nonostante lo usiamo come rifugio, vedrà che ti piacerà, Kichan. Ok, direi che abbiamo la nostra meta. Sì, lotta per il revolver. Ok, direi che... A parte che ci sono anche conversioni. Ah, me l'ho scordato che ci sono altre missioni secondarie da fare qua. Devo farlo a prossima missione, non so. Che mo visto che sto un po' indietro con la storia principale, potrei anche continuare un po' con la storia principale, ma... Sì, andiamo.
You're looking at everything we know about Akane-san. It took an entire organization to gather this. But all it really amounts to is a birth date and an address.
That doesn't sound right. Kiryu-san, I thought that agency was all 007, like with spies and stuff. Shouldn't they be able to write entire books on someone?
Yeah, what gives?
Could be she's harder to track as a member of the general public. Whereas if she kept a higher profile, there'd be no shortage of news coming in.
Ah, good point.
Chitose, it can be the tiniest detail. But if you know anything that's not on here, we need to know too.
Actually, one thing does come to mind.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
None of this says anything about her career.
Her career?
Yeah. Kane-san's the director of an orphanage. She's been there, like, forever.
No kidding. Well, Captain Sawashiro never mentioned anything like that. Maybe he didn't know either.
I haven't been to the place in person, but I do know where it is, if you're interested.
You bet I'm interested. That orphanage might have the clues we need.
Agreed. Let's head over there.
La rinnovante andremo domani all'orfanotrofio. Però ancora presto per andare a dormire. Potrei farmi un giretto. Un po' mi sta bevendo tutto da solo. Non abbiamo molto tempo da parlare da quando è entrato in gruppo. Forse dovrei sedermi con lui. Che conversazione di gruppo?
Yo, tell me. Mind if I join you?
I was just hoping for a drinking partner.
Yeah, then I'm your man. Whoa. Some days it really hits the spot.
You much of a drinker, usually?
Kinda. Except when I came to Hawaii. I got so wasted my clothes were stolen. Hard to claim I can hold my liquor after that.
Oh, yeah.
Why? What about you?
I've cut back lately. A while ago, I was going way too hard. Yeah, trying to forget.
Forget about Marie, you mean?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, but, you know, hey, time heals all wounds is what they always say. Even being stripped bare-assed in public. You know, you'll laugh about it in a few years.
I'm sure Marie's out there somewhere, by the way, living happily.
Huh. Yeah, thanks. I'd like to think so, too. The Barracudas ruined way more lives than just mine and Marie's, you know? I mean, that frame job scam was old hat by the time they got me. It's just hard to imagine anyone else took it at their happiest moment, you know, like I did. Girl I loved was having my kid. I would have given anything for one more day with her.
Sorry. I shouldn't have brought it up.
Don't be an idiot. Always thinking about it anyway. So, the night that Marie and I first met,
Oh, you want to talk about this?
do you mind? Been a long time since I told this story. Let me get through this.
Well, I'm happy to listen, I guess, if you're okay.
Oh, I can't believe it was over a decade ago. Ugh, means I've been cabbing that long, too. Back then, I'd spend my nights at clubs, picking up girls, which, of course, went nowhere, usually.
Usually. that word's doing some heavy lifting.
Do you want to hear my story or not?
okay. Sorry.
One night, I hit on this girl. With a boyfriend. I wouldn't normally do that, but I was dead drunk. And the boyfriend, like, is this massive pro wrestler looking lifter. And he dragged me to an alley and he kicked the shit out of me so bad I thought I might actually die.
That's the worst pickup story ever. Does Marie really show up in it?
Stop interrupting. I'll get there. So I'm lying in the alley, hurling out my guts. And then this woman finds me and cleans me up. Marie happened to be there that night with one of her coworkers. We'd never seen one another before. But there she was, caring for a total stranger, staying in her nice clothes with my blood.
Wow, well, that's something special.
Yeah, probably the worst night of my life. Before she made it the best. Sure as hell I made a move on her. I mean, how could I let someone like that slip away?
Oh, right.
You know, it's funny. Now, I say it's the best night of my life. But down the road, it's what ends up ruining hers.
Wow, Tommy.
When we found out she was pregnant, she quit her job. 6 months later, I was in prison. All because a scumbag like me couldn't let her go. She could have had so much better.
None of it was your fault, Tommy. The only people to blame are the Barracudas.
Doesn't matter. Marie was involved because they chose me. So I'm to blame.
Hey, Tommy, do you ever think about trying to locate her? You said she would visit you, right? In the beginning, at least?
Of course I tried looking for her. First thing I did. And no luck. When I got back to our home, everything of hers was gone. Not a trace left behind. Don't follow me. Doesn't get much clearer. I left this amazing woman to suffer all on her own as she'd lost a child. Whatever the circumstances might have been. Can't go on with someone after that.
You know what? I'm a pretty bad judge of character.
Huh? Why do you say that?
The first time we met, you pulled a gun on me, remember? If you asked me then, I'd have said you were nothing more than a petty crook. But now, listening to you, I think everybody's carrying something you can't see right away. Everybody out there.
I'd almost forgotten about sticking you up. Did I ever apologize to you for that?
It doesn't matter anymore.
No. Some things do matter.
Huh?
I am sorry for the way we met each time.
Well, you're forgiven. If you buy the next round. Let bygones be. And just don't rob anybody else either.
I'll do my best.
Ok, abbiamo tipo per la prima volta migliorato il legame qua. Rafforzato il legame con i miei amici. Prima o poi da attivare il legame. Ah, ecco i legami di bevute. Che poi ci sono. C'erano già in Yakuza Like a Dragon i legami di bevute. Legami gioco con la squadra, ok. Il gioco di squadra patto dentro. Ok, qua questa è una novità, era una novità di Like a Dragon Infinite Red. Tra l'altro, non so che cosa ci hanno fatto. Che non ho ancora comprato. Cioè, Like a Dragon Pirata Yakuza, chissà come sarà com'è. Penso che a tempo debito potrei anche riuscire a comprarlo e portarci una serie gameplay. A proposito comunque di nuove serie gameplay, recuperatevi comunque il primo episodio di coso là di Dragon Ball Budokai 2, che è stato comunque che quella nuova serie gameplay è stata comunque una vera e propria sorpresa. Poi registrerò altri episodi. Piacere bere in compagnia degli amici di tanto in tanto. 15 minuti di gameplay o 14, non so. E che fai stasera? Si è fatto tardi e hai chiaramente bevuto troppo. Che non vai sopra a dormire. Ti spiace? Niente affatto, come ho detto. Fate come se casa fosse casa vostra. Grazie, dite un favore. E ok, andiamo a riposarci. Tipo fare tipo il meritato, tipico meritato riposo. Sei riposo. Domani sarà una giornata più del letto mi attende. Più che letto sarebbe divano, ma vabbè. D'accordo, andiamo all'ottanatore e speriamo di trovare informazioni su Akane-san. Che no, fanno troppo Dio. Guarda dove si trova. Proprio... Porca miseria, batteria scarica. Cioè, tipo quella là
Hotels and cars are big in Hawaii. Everything's supersized.
dello street
Just wait till you
surfer,
try
come
the
si
pasta
chiama.
later. Order a medium and suddenly you've got an extra large.
Esatto, dove
These fine
sono?
Japanese
Mi sono scordato dove sono le
If I lived here a few months
zone
and
dove è
back home,
possibile ricaricare lo
yo, what'd you
street
do to the
surfer, tipo
food? Use
questo.
a shrink ray or something?
I bet you would. Too bad we can't shrink the travel time.
All right.
Ok, potete tranquillamente prendere il taxi, però non ho sbloccato la zona per prendere il taxi fino a laggiù. Direi di sbloccare un bel po' di conversazione. Dopo questo episodio qua potrei anche fare un altro episodio dedicato alle missioni secondarie, non saprei. Ok, credo che siamo quasi arrivati. Tanto qua ci sono nemici potenti.
Keep your eyes straight ahead.
Quella contrassegnata in violetto. Oddio, ho salutato. Ho salutato sto tizio e non reagiva, wow.
Don't go crazy this time.
E ok, forse credo che siamo arrivati, non so, sì, altri oggetti da recuperare, ok. Aspetta, se vedete tipo valigette oppure altra roba, sono tipo oggetti da recuperare. Tipo anche come questi.
This I'll hop on.
Io?
My phone's almost dead. I need to find an outlet somewhere. I wonder if they'll ever invent a phone that doesn't need to be recharged.
Oh boy, do I... Hey, Chi-chan?
Yeah?
What kind of person is Akane-san anyway?
Why do you ask?
Oh, you know, no matter what I feel about her, Akane-san meant the world to my boss. And when it comes to him, well, he was everything I ever wanted to be. So, I guess I'm just curious what he saw in her.
Okay. Then we'd better find Akane-san quick. That way you can get your first impression directly. The last thing I want to do is put thoughts in your head.
Is that how it works?
That's how it works. Must be nice, though.
What is?
Wanting to see your mom, despite not knowing how to feel. That's more than I could ever say about mine, let alone my whole family.
That right?
Oh, hey, I think we're here. Ah, check it out. It's the flame of Palikana.
Palikana?
Yeah, they're a volunteer group. You'll see them all over Hawaii. Doing soup kitchens, picking up trash at the beach. It's real charity stuff.
Huh. Never knew you'd be interested in volunteering.
Oh, I would know. Because I showed up at their food bank one time.
Really?
Yeah, they gather unsold food from all the local stores and they divvy it out to the people who need it the most.
Tommy, you help feed the poor? I'm impressed.
Nah, man, I was there getting fed.
Ah, should have known.
Excuse me, can I help you folks with anything?
Yes, actually. We're here to ask about a lady named Akane.
Is she all right? Did you find her? Sorry for the outburst there. I had assumed you were with the police.
No need to apologize, ma'am. If anything, I'm sorry I got your hopes up.
Let me introduce myself. I'm Dana, one of the caretakers. I've been working with Akane 20 years now.
That's a long time.
Yes. And for her to disappear so suddenly, it's just...
Unheard of, right? When'd she up and disappear?
As of now, it's been 13 days. All she left was a single note behind, and that was it.
13 days. That lines up with what Chi-chan said.
Yeah. Dana, what'd the note say?
I resign due to unforeseen circumstances. Nothing more. Akane's always been so responsible. I immediately thought that couldn't be right. But the handwriting was definitely hers.
Did you report anything to the police?
Of course. But after the handwriting analysis confirmed the note was hers, they dropped the case. We couldn't get them to look into it any further.
I'm sure you've been asked this a bunch of times already. But do you have any idea where she might have gone?
Unfortunately, I don't.
All right.
Miss Dana, you won't believe it! Yeah, the tomatoes we planted turned out huge!
Oh, wow! I see that. Why don't you share some with our guests?
Okay.
Huh.
Here you go.
Wow, thanks! Looks delicious.
We grow them in the garden ourselves.
Huh.
Who are they?
Oh, they're friends of Miss Akane's.
Really? Does that mean Miss Akane's coming back?
Sweetie, that's still gonna take some time.
Oh, how long? I really want to see her again.
I wish I could give you an answer. Hey, I know. Why don't you go fetch a watermelon, too? Find the biggest one you can.
On it!
They really care about her, don't they?
Yes. Akane was the closest thing to a mother these kids ever had. In fact, she may have raised over 100 kids during her time as director. That's why people often tell her she has the biggest family on the island.
That's a lot of love there.
Oh, yes. She's been here 40 years, after all.
40 years. That would mean she started working here not long after leaving Japan.
Right. Which is around when Captain Sawashiro met her. Did she choose to stay in Hawaii for the kids?
Dana, how much do you know about Akane-san's past?
Her past? Well, nothing. She wasn't one to talk about herself.
Did she ever have problems with people, or seem like she was in trouble?
I certainly can't imagine her having enemies. No one abided by the teachings more than she did.
The teachings?
The beliefs Palekana holds sacred. You may not know this, but fundamentally we operate as a religion.
Really? I always thought Polycana was a charity organization.
Charity is a key part of what we do, but our roots as a religion trace back hundreds of years on these islands.
Whoa. So you guys got a lot of history then.
I'd like to think so. Palikana centers its worship on Nele, a volcano goddess.
Volcanoes, huh? That's definitely something Hawaii is known for.
Indeed. Volcanic activity has also shaped the fabric of our lives, especially in ages past. On one hand, volcanoes are a symbol of fear and destruction. But on the other, they represent balance and restoration. I think it's only natural to see a spark of the divine in such an awe-inspiring presence.
Right. That's similar to Japan's early volcano worship, too.
I guess it's universal. Seeing something awesome in nature and being inspired.
Yes, and that's why we strive to coexist with nature, so that Nele might look down on us with peace. Were we to abuse her gifts of fire and the land we call home, we would surely invite destruction.
I'm assuming that's why Palikana has the flame logo going on?
That's right. Fire is a very sacred element among us. As a reminder of our faith, we always keep a fire lit, taking care not to let it burn out.
Now that you mention it, I remember Akane-san had an LED candle in her bedroom. Was that a part of her faith?
I'm sure she was just being careful for a woman of her age living alone. Besides, the candle itself is only a representation. What really matters is how you tend the fire in your heart.
A sacred element, huh? Is that why the kids took it slow around the candles?
So you noticed. They're taught to protect the flame from when they're little.
Huh. Actually, I was wondering, why do you guys run an orphanage?
That's based on another belief of ours. As a religion grounded in nature, we feel called to treat the land and those who live in it with compassion. Doing so will help the community grow and bring our hearts closer as one.
And helping kids grow is a part of that. I'm impressed.
We also run several other facilities, including a homeless shelter and transitional housing for families.
You know, the one time I went to a Palikana food bank, it was real nice. Yeah, no, they just fed me without any preaching at all.
Well, we're not in the business of preaching.
So, you asked for nothing in return. Huh. Kudos to whoever's in charge.
The children here seem like believers, though.
Well, it's not like we indoctrinate them. We hope that by exemplifying the teachings in our daily lives, the children might see our faith in action and believe. And in that regard, Akane was unmatched. Everyone admired her for her spirit.
Huh. So she was a woman of faith.
Yes, and there wasn't a selfish bone in her body. All she wanted was to help the weak and less fortunate. That's what drew so many to her, and why I have a hard time believing she had enemies. And for her to just leave without a word of goodbye is just bizarre.
Dang. Guess they don't know much more than we do.
All right, Dana. We've grabbed all we can, so I'm gonna haul this over to the food bank.
Hey, thanks, Callan. Any chance we can throw in some meat or fish to go with it?
I wish, but I don't see any fishermen or butchers around here. Think we're good to go with what we got?
Well, I guess this'll just have to do then.
Mind if I ask what's going on?
Oh, well, today it's our turn to donate to the food bank. We always have plenty of vegetables, but I'd prefer to offer a full range of nutrition. Akane was always the one to call up stores, and they'd bring us more than enough. But since she went missing, the donations stopped coming in.
To be honest, I think they just liked interacting with Akane. When it's us, we don't know how or even who to ask. It's like starting from scratch.
I get it. Then why don't we lend you a hand?
Oh, yeah?
Why not? We'll go across the island and back if we have to.
That's quite sudden.
Well, it's not like I want to volunteer out of nowhere. I just thought we could help people and maybe learn about Akane-san in the process.
Oh,
I mean, that could work. Tracing your daily routines might lead to something new.
Then why not give it a shot? I don't see any other options right now. So long as we don't stir up any trouble while we're at it.
Of course not. We're gonna give it all we got and then some.
Well, you're quite the energetic one. I suppose I should take you up on your offer. Callan, would you mind taking them over to the food bank?
Ah, not at all. Okay, the rules are very simple. You go and collect food, then bring it back right here. But the most important
Ok,
rule of
andiamo
all,
tipo a
you can't
riportare
eat
tipo il
just anything
cibo.
you find on the shelves. It has to be made in Hawaii.
So, only Hawaiian-grown foods?
Palekana stresses the importance of aloha aina, love for the land and its people. Even when it comes to donations, the idea is local production for local consumption. So whether it's fish or meat, make sure they're native to Hawaii, okay?
You got it. Then let's get down to work.
Ma come dovremmo recuperare il cibo? Io ho visto ci sono dei banchi alimentari che raccolgono avanzi dai negozi locali. Davvero? Pensi che qualcuno di loro sarà disposto a fare una donazione a un gruppo di sconosciuti? Oh, non preoccupare di questo. Il padre del mio amico ha una bancarella di frutto. Una bancarella? Quindi avrà un sacco di roba tropicale, eh? Sì, che mi conosce, quindi sono abbastanza sicuro che potrà offrirci un po' della sua merce venduta. Sarebbe magnifico, nel mercato locale di Arbor Park. Andiamo allora.
You know, Hawaii uses soy sauce way more than I expected. I always figured soy sauce wasn't big overseas. Pleasant surprise.
might just be a Hawaiian thing. Japanese immigrants brought it over.
Ah, never knew that. But then, it tastes different from Japanese soy sauce.
Well, consider that its taste varies between regions of Japan as well.
Is it really?
Kyushu soy sauce tastes sweet, for instance.
Sweet soy sauce?
Yeah, I was surprised too. It's used to make some stew sweeter. By now I've developed a taste for it. I even get a craving for it sometimes.
Oh, no kidding. That means we might get used to Hawaiian soy sauce and end up craving it too, huh?
Imagine that.
Piatto di brodo. Che devo andare di qua. Potremmo anche prendere parti in taxi. Facciamo prima e risparmiamo un bel po' di minuti di gameplay inutili. E ok, dovremmo andare tipo di qua.
What's up?
No, signor Yamada. Oh, Ricky, da quanto tempo? Tiene un soprannome. Da ricca Eric, ieri. Permetto combini di essere sempre il suo cognome migliore, non credi? Difficile dirlo. Nessun commento. Ah, siete tutti amici, che cosa vi porta qui? Oh, in effetti volevamo... Oddio. Passano sti tizi. Ehi, Yamada. Come vanno gli affari? Oh, salve. Un momento, questi tizi sono barracuda, senti Yamada. Ieri sera abbiamo mangiato un po' troppo il gomito e ora mi fa male la testa. Già, cos'hai da... che potrebbe metterci in sesto alla svelta? Un po' di pombemmo dovrebbe risolvere il problema. Oh, caspita, chi l'avrebbe mai detto? Non che tu abbia molto da offrire. Oh, ma aspetta, in realtà ce l'hai. So che sei in possesso di una certa cosa che ci farà tornare il sorriso. Soldi. Non c'è niente che spendere soldi per una bella polla. Io non posso augurare, dico bene. Quindi che ne dici di tenerti un po' un pemme e svuotare la cassa? Basta con queste stronzate, fate la parte, ok? Merda. In questo posto non c'è pure la frutta parlante, eh? Ah, proprio una bella selezione. Ci prendo per il culo, Tommy. Qualche idea sul da fatti? Gli diamo una bella lezione, che altro? 10 punti atomizzavo. Senti, non voglio problemi, non preoccuparti, fa tutto parte del nostro volontariato. Esatto. Adesso avete detto, deve pure di mancare rispetto a Barracuda e passarla liscia. Ok.
Go next on the cutting floor.
Non
Okay,
batte
you
finalmente.
asked for it.
Okay.
I won't hold back.
Si va.
Cool. Brace yourself. Get lost.
All right. What's the holdup? Got you now. Armed and ready.
Okay, I'm up.
What?
Hurry up. Don't get
Follow my lead.
But you get scared?
It's over. Open wide. Crush you.
Looks like I'm up.
A parte che dovremmo tipo riorganizzare l'equipaggiamento, credo. Ah, no, camera.
Come get some.
Prepare yourself.
I won't hold back.
Let's go. Cool.
Now scram while you still can.
Ok, a parte che abbiamo livellato un po' e aumentato anche di rango, wow.
Doing better than I thought.
Guess I'm a fast learner.
Voglio che non siano dei tirapiede come voi idioti che confondono la forza della banda con la propria. Siete alla larga da questo negozio, ci siamo capiti, fratello? Ah, aiuto. Ok, se ne sono andati. Ah, inizio a parlare come la gente del posto, eh. Sì, infatti. L'importante è che recepiscono il messaggio. Ora poi tranquillizzati, non torneranno più. Davvero, grazie infinite. Era da un po' che venivano a minacciarmi, rubandomi fino all'ultimo centesimo di incasso. Oh, spiacente, noi siamo già abbastanza di disturbo, proveremo altrove. Aspetta, e per il banco alimentare? Per caso, in tal caso, per carità, lasciate che vi aiuti. Considerate il mio modo per ringraziarvi. Sei sicuro? Sì. Ho i prodotti migliori della città. Certo, alcuni restano invenduti, ma sono comunque deliziosi. Ci sono anche questi
Thanks.
pommelli. Affare fatto, allora grazie infinite. Bene, proviamo in qualche altro negozio.
Whoa! Finally beat the snot in a can!
Shall we have some steak tonight?
That mom and her kid look so happy.
I can't tell you how thankful we are you came along. Just look at what your hard work has done.
And that makes it all the more worth it.
Hard to see so many in need of food, though.
Hurts, doesn't it? Hawaii's inflation gets worse every year. The rent being worst of all. An average family pays $3,000 a month just to live in a tiny apartment.
$3,000? That's 300,000 in yen? Back home, you could get a frickin' penthouse with that.
A lot of people have multiple jobs just to stay afloat in this economy.
Whew, take it from me. It is rough out there. I'm barely scraping by as it is.
Yeah, but not everyone's as lazy as you, Tommy.
Shut up.
Man, I always had this image of Hawaii as perfect, but I guess reality hits hard, even in paradise.
Right. And now more than ever, we need to put Aloha Aina into practice. That's why I do what I do at Palekana. Feeding the hungry, helping the needy. If only I could do it like Akane did.
Speaking of which, how'd we do? Anyone find any leads?
Nope. Not on my end.
Same. I asked as many people as I could if they knew her. But all they could tell me was how nice she was. Things like that.
Same here. Guess we all struck out this inning.
Sorry to hear it.
Callan-san, what other kind of work did Akane-san do?
Well, she'd also pick up trash off the beach, and then finish the night with a leisurely patrol around town. All in a day's work for her.
Then can we help with that stuff too? As long as you're cool with it.
Hey, I'm cool if you are. Today we'll be cleaning Aloha Beach before sunset. We could definitely use the extra help. So if you could join the rest of our group, we'd really appreciate it. I'll come by after closing up shop here.
Perfect. Then see you at Aloha Beach before sunset.
You're pretty excited about all this, huh, Ichiban?
I mean, isn't it nice to help others in need? Plus, we can look for clues while we're at it. What's so weird about that?
Nothing, I guess.
Io allora beach prima del tramonto, abbiamo ancora tutti i giorni. A caso possiamo rilassarci un po', da quando sei arrivato non ti sei ancora riposato, vero? Notte dato che si alle vuole tanto vuole fare qualcosa di hawaiano. Cioè sì, ad esempio surf, lezioni di hula. Sono molte cose da fare. Vedo che si lavina per una volta. Come ha detto Tomilio non ci siamo fermati un attimo. Vero, immagino che rilassarsi un po' non faccia male. Ci sono un'agenzia di viaggi di World Wide Market. Cioè, ci vanno sempre turisti, sono sicuro che sapranno consigliarci qualcosa. Da persona del luogo non so se offendermi o meno, ma dovrebbe essere divertente. Vabbè, credo che potrebbe bastare qua, però vi vedo che al prossimo episodio direi di fare a parte che ci sono tipo, mamma mia, robe secondarie da fare, quindi al prossimo episodio farò tipo missioni secondarie o come si chiama. Mi dà vostro con tutto e ci becchiamo alla prossima.